nag-alala kami na baka makalimutan yung achievements ni PRD. Lalong-lalo na nung pumunta na sa eleksyon, ang sabi sa amin ay yung during the campaign, ang daming nagsasabing wala naman siyang nagawa at palpak daw ang handling niya ng COVID. Of course, that's what you call election rhetoric. But sa kagustuhan ng marami sa amin na maalala ang kanyang achievements, mayroong ganitong libro. So, yung mga nagpo-post na ito daw ang book na nire-refer ni Madam Hanilet when she was saying there's no authorized autobiography or biography of PRD, this is not a biography and this is not an autobiography. This is a tribute. Ma'am Cutie Cherry Cuo says, si Tito Soto palaging tinitira si Bato at ang pag-handle ni Cheese bilang SP. Alam nyo, si Senator Soto is papalapad ng papel yan. He needs to be in the news. So it's actually a compliment to Senator Bato and to Senator Cheese na banggit si Senator Soto, si Tito Sen, kasi kailangan niyang, you acquire the size of your enemy. So he needs to hit somebody who is famous so that pag ni-report yan, mas maraming manonood or maraming magbabasa ng news item na madidikit yung pangalan niya dun sa mga tao na yan. Today is really for Q&A dapat kasi marami po pong katanungan tungkol sa impeachment. Gayon pa man, meron akong gustong klaruhin. Hindi ko alam kung naaalala nyo itong libro. Ito po ang Salamat PRD book. Okay. Isa po ako sa contributing editor nito. Kahapon, mayroong nagpahayag na si PRD daw ay hindi nag-authorize na gumawa ng kahit sino na gumawa ng talambuhay niya kundi ang mga anak niya or words to that effect, no? O para sa mga anak niya lang ang paggawa ng talambuhay niya. So, mayroon po kasing nag-post na sinabi, ito daw na librong ito ay hindi authorized ni PRD. So, ayusin natin. O para makita ng mga nasa, tanggalin muna natin yung virtual background. Ayan. So, dito hindi ko matanggal sa, sa TikTok. Ayan. Ito ang Salamat PRD book. This is a tribute to PRD. Ginawa namin ito kasi sa totoo lang, nung kami dumalaw sa kanya, February of 2017, doon sa Malacanang, nung siya po ay Pangulo, isa ako doon sa nagtanong. Ako yung unang nagtanong. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, Sir, meron po ba kayong historian na kaibigan na susulat itong mga taon, mga araw ng inyong pagiging presidente? Wala po sa Lazada nito. Okay? Ilalagay ko dito sa StreamYard kung saan po nakukuha ito. So, pero mamaya. So, ang sabi ko sa kanya, hindi pwedeng matapos at ikaw lang ang bukod tanging presidente na ganito. Kasi sa totoo lang, sir, tila ikaw lang ang pangulong tunay na nakikinig, no? Ikaw lang ang pangulo na nagsasabing, sige, gawin natin, may pera naman. Kinuwento ko ito kay PRD noong interview ko sa kanya 2 months before he stepped down from his presidency. Yung interview na yon ay nandito sa libro. Mayroon kasing like I said, mayroong nag-post na hindi ito authorized dahil nga hindi siya nag-authorize ng gagawa ng talambuhay niya. Hindi po kasama ang librong ito. Okay? Para doon sa mga nanonood, pag nakita niyo yung background ko, makikita niyo po na pinipirmahan ni PRD or yung isa tinitignan niya si Miss Zimmerman na hawak ang kopya ng libro. Ayan, ito dito yan. Ayan, nakikita niyo dito. Ayan. Okay. Sabi ni Katie, deleted na po niya yung post. Gayon pa man, mayroon pa rin, gusto ko lang makasiguro na hindi na po mauulit yung pagsasabi na hindi ito authorized. Kasi nga, ayan si PRD, pinipirmahan ang mga libro. Okay? Ngayon, bakit ginawa ang libro na ito? Because in the first year, in 2017, I asked if he had a historian. At sinabi ko, kailangan maitala ito. This cannot end with just you. Kasi yung ganitong klaseng leadership, yung kailangan nga natin. Alam mo si PRD, ang sagot niya, alam mo, I don't really find the need to, to be remembered. Parang ganon yung words na. Not exact yung words na. Ang gusto daw niya, pagka siya po ay lumisan, gusto lang niya simple na rights, magbabasa si Inday ng poem, tapos doon siya ililibing. Hindi sa libingan ng mga bayani, kung hindi doon daw, kung saan nakalibing ang mother niya. So years later, nag-alala kami na baka makalimutan yung achievements ni PRD. Lalong-lalo na nung pumunta na sa eleksyon, ang sabi sa amin ay yung during the campaign, ang daming nagsasabing wala naman siyang nagawa at palpak daw ang handling niya ng COVID. Of course, that's what you call election rhetoric. But sa kagustuhan ng marami sa amin na maalala ang kanyang achievements, mayroong ganitong libro. Yan. Andito ba ako si Makabayan? Sabi kasi ni Miss Aisalyn Arayos, ako si Makabayan, sir, you mentioned earlier sa live that this was the book being referred to by Miss Hanilet. So please watch. Actually, so you need to only look at the pictures of PRD signing the books. Plus, if you have a copy, you will see in chapter 25, this one, okay, yan. The title of chapter 25 is, I Hope I Did More Right Than Wrong. This chapter was the result of my interview with PRD. I have 2 articles in this book. I interviewed Senator Bongo and I interviewed President Rodrigo Duterte in the last 2 months of his presidency. Okay. All right. So, yung mga nagpo-post na ito daw ang book na nire-refer ni Madam Hanilet when she was saying there's no authorized autobiography or biography of PRD. This is not a biography and this is not an autobiography. This is a tribute. Kasi nag-alala kami na baka makalimutan yung mga nagawa niya o malunod doon sa ingay ng eleksyon. O kaya, pagka nagkaroon ng ibang mga leader, i-twist na naman nila yung narrative. So, these books are still available. Kailangan nyo lang pong i-contact si Kiffy Chu sa Facebook page niya or account. The name is Kiffy, Kiffy, Chu, C-H-U. Si Chrisette po yan. At siya po ang bukod tanging nagbebenta ng mga libro na ito. Actually, hindi siya kumikita dito. Yes, may soft copy po nito. Wala pong kita ang libro na to because the payment really is to pay for the publication costs primarily. So, Celsotan, I don't think it is necessary na guluhin pa si Miss Hanilet. Gayunpaman, malaya po siya mag-clarify. But para sa akin, simple lang. Ang sabi niya is, PRD says, no person is authorized daw to make to tell the story, his life story. Okay? So, ulitin ko, this is a tribute and not a life story. Kung kayo po ay may kopya nito, maiintindihan nyo po kung anong ibig sabihin namin. This has several authors and contributing editors. Project head nito, of course, is Chrisette. Tapos, ang contributing editors are Mark Lopez, MJ Kiambao Reyes, Ligaya Serrano, Sas Wagando Sasot, myself, Trixie Cruz Angeles, Goddess Hope Libiran, and Ana May Lamimpillo. So you can just contact Kiffy Chu on her Facebook page. And there are 2 forms. There's a hardbound and a softbound one. So, para maliwanag lang po na this is not the book that was being referred to because this book was authorized by PRD as you can see by the pictures above. In fact, mayroon siyang video, hindi ko lang ma-post, na thanking Chrisette and the other writers of this book. Hindi ko po alam, I am not the authorized seller of this, although I understand the hardbound one is about 1,400. I am not sure po. But it's considerably less if you get the softbound copy. Okay? Tungkol saan? Ito po ang mga sinulat na pasasalamat. That's why it's called Salamat PRD. So, by remembering the things that he did during his presidency. So, ayan, marami pong nag-contribute dito. Merong mga taga-social media, meron from the traditional media, meron yung mga cabinet secretaries, and so on. And including, of course, Senator Bongo. Wala po siyang e-book version, so it's really the physical copy you have to get. And I have to check if this has been sent to the Library of Congress. But if not, we will facilitate it, including the registration with the National Library. Yes, yung affordable naman po. So, message po kayo kay Kifi Chu, pati yung kung magkano and so on. So, hindi ko po alam if there are other outlets. Si Kifi, si Crisette din po ang magsasabi. Kifi lang kasi yung pangalan niya doon sa Facebook dahil nati-take down yung Crisette. So, oo, meron nga yata. Sige, tignan natin kung si Sec Anyo ay nandito. Pero ako, nasabi ko na sa inyo, dalawa ang article ko dito. Isa tungkol sa sa narration ni Senator Bongo about how he was serving the president at the time and si President Duterte himself. Sabi nga namin is that I bookended his presidency because I interviewed him in February 2017 and then 2 months before he stepped down. Yeah. I think it was about May yata or April ang pag-interview ko sa kanya. So, mayroon pong mga nakatanggap na libro sa US. Usually, iniintay namin na mayroong pupunta doon at doon ipinapadala. Sabi ni Kong, bakit ikaw lang? Bakit ko all caps? Bakit ikaw lang, attorney, ang di kaya nilang ma-take down pero si SAS take down na naman? Na kami dati? Hindi kami na-take down, na-suspend na kami at na-hack. At tagal kaya naming nahack, mga 3-4 na buwan kaming out of commission. Kaya nga po may Trixie Cruz Angeles na page kasi yun yung fallback page. This was in just 2022. Isipin nyo yan kampanya yun. Na-take down kami, na-hack kami from I think December to January or February, March, ganon. March nung nakabalik ako. Sabi ni Ma'am Bessie, hindi po yata nakinig si Ma'am Bessie. Sabi niya, message siya ni FPRD, no book for FPRD, what's going on? This book was published in 2022 po. And if you want to look at the pictures behind me, that's PRD signing the book. We had given him a copy during the Salamat PRD rally. Okay. So this is what he said is that he has not authorized a book on his life. This is not a book on his life. This is a tribute to his presidency. So, Ma'am Bessie, listen carefully. Okay? So, ulitin ko. The reason nga we're talking about this book is because this was authorized by the president. In fact, nakatanggap siya ng kopya. At kung titignan niyo po dyan sa likod ko, sa mga pictures, yan po ay yung pinipirmahan niya with different people. Itong picture dito sa extreme right po, ayan, dito sa sa StreamYard, makikita mo sa phone niya si Ma'am Elizabeth Zimmerman holding a copy of the PRD book. Ayun, sabi ni Ma'am Teresita, I did contact Ms. Chu via messenger to order the Salamat PRD. She responded quickly and everything went well. Thank you again, Ms. Chu. So, okay na ba, Miss Bessie? Naliwanagan na po ba kayo? Or do you want me to repeat? Para dun sa mga nasa TikTok, kita nyo na po ba? Nakikita nyo po ba yung picture sa likod? That's PRD signing the Salamat PRD book, as well as some of the Salamat PRD merchandise, which is the bags and all. Yung mga book bags, all of these were given away free. Hindi po yan binenta. Yung libro lang po ang binibenta to cover the costs of publication. Okay, meron pa po bang katanungan tungkol sa libro? For the details, magkano at kung paano i-order, just proceed to Kifi Chu's page on Facebook. That's Kiffy-Chu, Kiffy Chu. Para dun sa nanonood sa Facebook, YouTube, at saka StreamYard, ilalagay ko po yung name niya. Yung excess po, pagka may sobra, then dinodonate po yon sa mga charities ni PRD. It's not just House of Hope. PRD has a second charity for abused children also in Davao. Perlin says, paano makabili? Kay Kiffy Chu nga po, Kiffy and CHU. I don't know about any other book, but this one, PRD has been signing these and has thanked us for creating this book. But the project head really is Crisel. Wala bang documentary video si PRD? Ay magtatanong pa po ako, wala pa po akong naririnig na comprehensive documentary about his presidency. But it would be nice, no, if there was one. So sabi ni FMLS, buying a copy of Salamat PRD. It was his life story that FPRRD forbade to be sold, according to Ms. Hanilet. Correct. Hindi ko sure, pero I saw na meron daw naka-order sa Shopee nito, so you can try it out. Pero make sure po original siya, ha? Kasi pag hindi original, may copyright infringement din. I-report nyo na lang sa amin. Sir Mars, hindi nyo po kami kilala, taon-taon po, kasama po kaming iniimbita sa celebration ng House of Hope, which supports the Children's Cancer Ward in Davao City. Bukod pa niyan, ang cost ng libro just covers the cost of publication. But on the instances na may sobra, they are always turned over to his charities. Wag naman po kayong mag-insinuate kasi hindi nyo po kami kilala. Kaya nga po kami napo-perceive na malapit kay PRD. Ito ay dahil nagko-contribute kami sa mga charities niya. Charities where we were active after his presidency. Huwag naman po ganun. No, Ma'am Suzette, this is not that book. Ang sabi lang is wala siyang ino-authorize na gumawa ng talambuhay niya. Uulitin ko po, hindi po ito talambuhay niya. This is not the story of his life. This is a tribute to his presidency. And if you will look at the pictures, please look at them carefully para alam ninyo that PRD not only accepted, but this is completely authorized. Hi, Miss Kay. Mabuti naman po. Ma'am Lydia, ako po ba yung masungit? Pasensya na po. Why the one who said it sounds so sungit? Sometimes I do not anticipate. Ay, pasensya na po kung masungit ako ang tunog ko. Hi, hindi po kasi ako ang nagbebenta. So, you have to contact Kiffy Chu on Facebook. Ulitin ko po, ilagay ko sa comment section na para mabasa nyo. Yan. Para dun sa mga nanonood sa TikTok, it's Kiffy, Kiffy, Chu. Okay? CHU on Facebook. Siya po ang may detalye tungkol dito sa libro. Yes, at pwede kayo mag-order sa kanya. The other proof nga that this is an authorized book is chapter 25. Ulitin ko lang po para dun sa mga desisyon. Chapter 25 is my interview with him. Oops, teka, ang galing ko ng hili. Chapter 25 is my interview of him. Ayan po, makikita nyo yung author. Diyan. Okay? I interviewed him 2 months before he stepped down from the presidency. So mayroon po bang katanungan tungkol sa libro? Do take a close look, na kakamiss lang nga si PRD, but he's the one in my background signing the books. Hi, Sir Joel. Sabi niya, as always, you enlightened us again on your recent interview about the impeachment. Okay, thank you very much. Yung SMNI, salamat po ah. Hi kay Jamborat. Hi kay Miss Rosemary. May pinayan po si Kifi na nagbenta ng, ano yun? Pinayan? Hindi ko po alam yung pinayan. Ano yung pinayan? Okay, ulitin ko. Nasa comment section po kung paano mag-order. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Okay, now, pwede na po natin talakayin ng mga katanungan ninyo tungkol sa impeachment. Nakapost po sa aming Facebook page, yung, at saka sa, if I'm not mistaken, dito rin sa YouTube, yung aming interview with SMNI. You can refer to that for some of the, answers to your questions. Pagtanggap uli ng AOI, let me double check. Tinanggap uli? Bakit? Hindi naman nila ni-reject, di ba? During the interview, okay, double check ko lang yung sinasabi niya. Senator's return, Senate drops June 11 presentation. Okay, wala naman po akong nakikitang pagtanggap uli. Ma'am Evelyn says she's watching from Toronto. Hi, magandang gabi kay Shinto T. Yan, sabi ni Nelson, sa second chances po ako nakabili noon, sumasagot naman si Ms. Kifi directly sa inquiries. Sabi ni Ma'am Valerie, whoever misinterpreted that statement by Hanilet is just plain malicious and or stupid. Hindi naman autobiography yung Salamat PRD. Well, baka naman na-misinterpret lang talaga, nagkamali lang. So, kinaklaro lang natin. Sabi ni Sir, I really miss PRD and miss his voice and everything he has to say on any issue, even his jokes. Okay, next. Let me see. So the SONA is in July. Usually it's in July. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, it should be about the... Hindi ko nakikita yung exact date eh. Sandali lang po ah. Yan. Fourth Monday of July. So, double check natin kung anong date yung July. Fourth Monday of July. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's July 28th. So, yun po ang date ng SONA. That marks the first day of Congress, the 20th Congress. So, kaya tinatanong din ni, ay, nawala yung question, kung kailan mag-uumpisa uli. Well, the 20th Congress first has to do the initial, yung administrative nila na mga gawain. First, the House has to elect a speaker and the Senate also has to elect a president. So, yun po yung yung mga ganyan, they have to organize. Paano sila mag-organize? Kasi their term actually starts on the 1st of July. So they have to organize, they'll be assigned rooms, they'll organize into committees, magkakaroon either ng election or designation kung sino yung mga heads ng mga committees, and these will be assigned depending on sino yung majority party, sino yung minority, and kung ilan po ang mga voting blocks in either the Senate or in the House. huwag nyo namang i-flood yung comment section. I do not know if that book is authorized. That is not a book that we authorized. Okay? At hindi po kami, yung pinag-uusapan na ibang libro, ay hindi po namin inauthorize yon. We have nothing to do with that book. So, hindi ko po alam kung paano po yan nadi-disseminate. Sabi ni Ma'am Valerie, I asked this kahapon, kaya lang ang dami kasing tanong. Ang 19th Congress po ba ang plaintiff sa impeachment? And if they cease to exist by June 30, then wala na pong plaintiff? No, kasi tapos na po ang impeachment in the House. The House's obligation was to determine if there is cause to bring the accused, I guess for lack of a better word, or respondent to trial. So napadala na yung articles of impeachment. Ngayon, the change in the Congress, according to the current theory, yung iba kasi sinasabi nila kung end Congress, because Congress, the House of Representatives, is not a continuing body unlike the Senate, the House of Representatives will need to re-elect or re-choose or reassign their prosecutors and so on. But the impeachment has terminated as far as the House is concerned. They are not the plaintiff. Okay, the plaintiff, there is no plaintiff in an impeachment complaint. There is a person who submitted a complaint affidavit, or at best, you will call that person a complainant. Good evening. May chance po ba na hindi tanggapin ng Kamara ang ibinalik ng Senado sa kanila? Sa totoo lang, wala. Alam niyo kung bakit? Wala naman silang sinasabing di nila tinatanggap because yung pagtanggap po is simply administrative. So bibigay yon doon sa SecGen. At ang sabi ni Kong Luis to, nung sila ay nag-press con, ay hindi sila aware kung natanggap na o hindi. The prosecutors have no say in it. So, kumbaga, pag napresenta, pag dineliver yon, hindi pwedeng sabihin ni SecGen, hindi ko tatanggapin yan. Because the Senate Impeachment Court is a court. Ang House, sila lang po ang representante ng, sila ang prosecutor. In other words, they're just one of the parties. But the Senate, that's the court. Yan ang judge. Yung utos ng judge, kailangan nilang sundan. Okay. Umpisa tayo uli sa frequently asked question. Ang request ko na lang po ay kung sino man ang may magtanong uli sa comment section, pakisagot na lang ng mga makakarinig ng sagot na ito. For the moment, ang desisyon ng Senate Court is tutuloy ito to the 20th Congress. However, the 20th Congress can decide kung itutuloy nila o hindi. So we are in between Congresses in a day or two, in a few days. So now actually nag-start na. We are already in between Congresses. Kasi by the end of the month, magsasara na ang 19th Congress. Pero nag-adjourn na po both houses sine die. What is sine die? Sine die means without days, or parang no more days. Ibig sabihin, there are no more days in order to conduct business. Think of the days as the sand in an hourglass. Naubos na po yung sand, naubos na po yung days, wala ng oras. So that is what an adjournment sine die means, no more days. So, ang decision, ulitin ko, ng Senado is tutuloy ito in the 20th Congress, but the 20th Congress can decide if they will allow it to cross into the 20th, or that it should remain, or if it should remain in the 19th Congress and therefore considered terminated. Okay? Yan po ang sagot. Pag nakita natin yung katanungan, as a favor to me na lang, pakisagot na lang yung tanong. Kasi nauubos ang boses natin, kakaulit eh. At saka napansin ko, umiikli din yung pasensya ng ibang tao dito. Hi kay Sakura, sabi niya, available po ba sa Amazon yung book ni PRD or any possibilities to buy within Europe? I think you need to ask Chrisette kasi yung iba na bumibili like in the US and Europe, binibili nila but iniintay nilang i-deliver when somebody like me goes to the US or goes to Europe, may tangay-tangay na mga libro yan para ma-deliver sa inyo. Minsan ang feeling ko, ikaw, Jumbo, ha? Gusto mo lang marinig na ibanggit ko yung buong pangalan mo. Kaya ang ganun, parati kang nagpupuri dito sa comment section. Sabi ni mismo, AE, bakit yung church nakikialam sa trial? Bakit may pamisa-misa pa silang ganap? Ayaw ko na tuloy magsimba na. Alam mo ma'am, sa totoo lang, may karapatan magsalita at magpahayag kahit ang mga miyembro ng simbahan. Kahit mismong simbahan, maaari silang magsalita at magpahayag. Mayroon nga po silang isang radio channel, di ba? Radio Veritas. Mayroon din mga programa sa radyo, sa TV, ang ilang at sa sa ating mga ang simbahang Katoliko, meron nga sila na Catholic Mass Media Awards, which I will probably never win. Ngayon, so bahagi ng garantiya ng saligang batas na pwede silang magsalita. Ngayon, ang tingin ko, hindi naman po yata sila nakikialam kasi hindi naman sila ang nagpa-participate in any of these proceedings. So, pero yung mga pare, bilang mga mamamayan ng bansa, maaari naman sila pong magsalita, magpahayag. And yes, pwede po silang mag-rally. Covered sila ng Bill of Rights. Yung sinasabi natin, pinoprotektahan natin na karapatan, magsalita, magpahayag, magpulong-pulong ng mapayapa at magpetisyon para asikasuhin ang ating mga hinanaing. Yun po ay, it applies to them also. The Bill of Rights applies to everybody. Now, hindi natin siguro lahat gusto yung kanilang sinasabi at pinapahayag, pero respetuhin natin na pwede silang magsalita. Hindi naman natin kailangan sumang-ayon, ma'am. At in fact, ang tingin ko dyan ay lalo pa dapat tayo na magsalita at magpahayag na naniniwala tayo na nasa interes ng hustisya ang hindi na ipagpatuloy ang impeachment dahil mayroon naman mga final na kaso sa regular courts at sa COA laban kay Vice President Inday. Hindi ba pwedeng magpataw ng sub judice ang impeachment court? Maaari naman silang mag-contempt. Pero hindi ko alam kung pwede sila ng indirect contempt. Halimbawa tayo, mga miron, kung masyado tayong maangas, nagmumura and all that against them and they take it against us, posible na magpa-indirect contempt sila. But medyo malalang awayan pa yan. So, ang gusto kong as always is to be circumspect about our own posts. Huwag pong mag-alala kahit kami nagkakamali pa rin tungkol sa ganon. Paano naman, Andrew, sinabi ng House yon? Actually, what the House is saying or they're sending parang a letter or a motion for clarification. Ano yung motion for clarification? Nandun yan sa rules of court. Pero usually, you file a motion for clarification on a decision that the court makes, or an order, pwede pala yung sa order. So, pag may issue ng order ang court, o kaya mayroon silang resolution, at hindi mo naiintindihan, hindi maliwanag, kunwari kung sino yung gagawa nun, maaari kang mag-file ng motion for clarification. At dun sa impeachment, sabi ng Senado, the rules of court will apply suppletorily. So kung hindi covered ng rules ng Senado, maaaring mag-refer to the rules of court. Sabi ni Faith, I've seen some posts about the meeting between Senators Marcos and Padilla and VP Duterte in Kuala Lumpur that say they violate the impeachment court's rules and at the very least create an unacceptable appearance of bias and I assume partiality of the trial kasi Senators Marcos and Padilla are both judges in the Senate court. Thoughts on this? The impeachment court is sui generis. Unlike a regular trial court where the decision should be based on cold impartiality of the objective assessment of the evidence presented. and the arguments should be based on law or jurisprudence. So, because it is sui generis, there are also those who say that the decisions made both in the House during the impeachment and in the Senate during a trial are political decisions because they are allowed to make a decision even if it is not based on evidence. Meaning, if it is appealed to the Supreme Court, will the Supreme Court say that you have made this judgment with grave abuse of discretion? I think that remains to be seen, although in general, the Supreme Court does not want to interfere with the decision that is purely given to that branch of government, okay, the legislative branch. Ako ang tingin ko dyan is that it's simply because it is sui generis and a decision can be made on political grounds rather than based on the evidence. So, does it really matter if the senators are accompanying the person perceived to be the person who is on trial, presumably on trial for impeachment? VT says, that's what I thought, as Attorney Monsod and former IBP president is saying senators like Bato and Tolentino should inhibit from the court, but impeachment court is political and judicial in nature. That's true. As a matter of fact, if they are saying that some senators should inhibit themselves because of their association, then no president can ever be impeached because he will have party mates. He will have colleagues. Erap was a member of the Senate, and some of the senators who were sitting as his judges were people who were in the Senate with him. Enrile, for example. Diba? So, now, what I want you to understand is this. May mga sagot sa katanungan dito na dahil wala pa siyang president, meaning hindi siya maliwanag sa rules at hindi pa po napapagdesisyonan ang ganitong circumstances ng Korte Suprema. So the best that we can do is make an evaluation based on existing law or simple reading of the law or logic. But it is possible that something else happens because wala ngang president. No, Firian, you're right on time. Okay pa tayo. Kanina kasi what we discussed was this book, the Salamat PRD book, which is authorized, as you can see by the pictures behind me. Cutie Cherry Kuo says, not squeezing. I know you're not squeezing, but Barty doesn't like you. Okay, next. Ma'am Cutie Cherry Kuo says, si Tito Soto palaging tinitira si Bato at ang pag-handle ni Cheese bilang SP. Alam nyo, si Senator Soto is papalapad ng papel yan. He needs to be in the news. So it's actually a compliment to Senator Bato and to Senator Cheese na banggit ng banggit si Senator Soto, si Tito Sen, kasi kailangan niyang, you acquire the size of your enemy. So he needs to hit somebody who is famous so that pag ni-report yan, mas maraming manonood or maraming magbabasa ng news item na madidikit yung pangalan niya dun sa mga tao na yan.